I can't remember what we were talking about, but so anyway, since our last discussion, I went to Equip Expo.
Can I interject before we get into what it is we'll get into
Sure.
and say that it's been a rough couple of days. Yeah? Care to share?
Sure.
I mean,
You're talking about my
I'm
personal
talking
life?
about your personal life, and I think that it's worth mentioning.
Mm-hmm.
It's been wild.
It has been wild.
Yeah, let's go back to last Monday. Judd's running a fever.
So let's backtrack. Last week on Monday, I have 3 kids. I have an 11-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a baby who is 10 months old. On Monday afternoon, I picked him up from my mom's house and he had a fever. I was like, well, that's annoying. It's that time of year. Everyone has kind of a cold or some random who knows what. It's probably like an ear infection, no biggie. It'll probably work its way out. If not, then we'll just get antibiotics. Monday happens, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm okay, let's go to the doctor, just make sure and get answers as to why he's still having these fevers, because they've gotten worse. His ears looked great. He tested for COVID, strep, flu, all of the things. Everything came back negative. So they're just like, just a virus. Okay, cool. No big deal.
Back to work.
That's Wednesday morning. Yeah, I come to work Wednesday. Thursday, I come to work, I come home, and when I come home, my baby is still sleeping, but my husband's like, hey, we should probably wake him up soon because he's getting hot again and probably needs medication. So as soon as we got him out of his crib, I noticed immediately that his lymph nodes were like super swollen. So he had like a triple neck, not a double chin, but like a triple neck.
Dude was wide.
Dude, yeah, it was intense. So like not normal. Put him in the car seat, went to Texas Children's Hospital immediately, got admitted. They did a CAT scan and they found an abscess at the back of his throat. So there's like a technical term for it, but basically a deep neck infection. So, and he's at the perfect age where his like lymph nodes aren't like fully developed yet. He's literally never had antibiotics, so that means that they're going to have a better chance of working versus if he's already taken that antibiotic, it might not work as well. But antibiotic naive apparently is the term for that.
I don't like that term.
No, I don't either.
But I get it.
Thursday got admitted. We did a CAT scan, found an abscess at the back of his throat, and they were like, okay, we're going to start him on antibiotics and some steroids. But if it doesn't work, then we're going to have to go in and surgically drain it. Hopefully we don't have to do that. Hopefully the medicine does its thing. But cool, got it. That was Thursday evening. We're in the hospital the entire time. So Friday and Saturday evening, me and my husband were backtracking back and forth because we have older kids, obviously, and dogs. I had came and relieved him Saturday night. He went home, just stopped breathing. And this was different from the other time because he would on his spit saliva a lot. So he'd be like, think about your mouth's full of mashed potatoes and you're like trying to breathe it, but you can't because it's so thick. So like that, but it was just different because you could just see like physically like his chest, he just couldn't get any breath of air in. So they tried to do the nebulizer with the steroid stuff and hopefully open up his airways more. That didn't work. So then they ultimately intubated him with a breathing tube and then had to be rushed to go do the drainage surgery rather than ahead of time.
I mean, you're explaining this very calmly, but this is obviously like, extremely terrifying for you.
It was, I was by myself.
In the moment.
It was in the moment, and I watched it all. Like, they didn't kick me out of the room, and I think they didn't kick me out of the room because I was being quiet and not...
hid in the corner, out of the way.
But I was still in a way where I could see him and see what was going on. So yeah, I watched the whole thing. I watched them try to use the nebulizer. I tried to see them like, patting his back and then shifting between like the different nurses and doctors. And this doctor's yelling at this, needs this stuff. This other doctor's yelling at this. This other person's trying to get another IV in just
to
in
stay
case.
Calm and quiet during all of that is insane, dude.
Yeah, I'm not normal when it comes to situations like that. For most situations, I just knew that like at that time, like I just need to let them do what they need to do. They're the professionals, but I still want to be able to see them. And I knew that if I was going to make a scene, if you will, for lack of better words, that they would have kicked me out of there. For sure. And then I wouldn't be able to see anything.
And then it would have been 10 times as terrible.
Yeah, exactly. Because then you don't know what's going on.
Right.
But there was a shit ton of people in this room. There was like 15 people easily. and people are on the phone and people are talking to other people, and the anesthesiologist is asking for these drugs, but we don't have these drugs. We got to get these drugs. And well, no, I want this. And
Crazy.
yeah, it was literally extremely chaotic. And then of course, I'm like, my husband is calling me, like asking me for an update, but I can barely even talk to him because I don't know what's going on. Just a bunch of people running around. But they finally got the breathing tube in him, thankfully. There was even a time where they're like using the bag and they're like hand breathing the bag.
Holy shit.
Yeah, because they didn't have the machine, right? They get the breathing tube in, but then something has to give power to the breathing tube.
Right.
But he's like in between surgery, so they're literally hand breathing this bag while they're transporting him to the OR, which is on a different floor. And then there's a bunch of sheriffs too, not like hospital security. They have little stun guns. They don't have like the big guns, but no, this is like full blown sheriffs. And there's like 6 of them.
What were they gonna do?
I don't know.
Shoot the infection?
I don't know. I even asked the nurse later and I was like, what's the purpose of that? And she said basically it's for crowd control. So like if the elevators are busy, then they make sure no one uses the elevators and that type of thing.
Perhaps.
And plus I imagine some parents pop
I was
off.
about to say, like,
Because
parents.
to be fair, my husband did walk in halfway through after my son was intubated. Earlier that day when I wasn't there, baby did have like some other breathing episodes where he was like choking and couldn't breathe very well. But it was like usually whenever he was like trying to drink or eat or whatever, he would have really difficulty. So the nurse told the ENT doctor, and the ENT doctor was like, it's fine. Like he was probably just positioned wrong or like laying funny. It's no big deal. But no one actually came, like checked on him. But according to his pulse ox, he was breathing better, but it just still
Didn't look good.
right. So by the time Nick got there, he sees his baby intubated and he's like, what the fuck? Like, I tried to tell you guys earlier on today that he was having issues breathing. You didn't do anything about it. But now here we are and you're having to rush him off to urgent surgery. Like, what did we get wrong here? You know? Like I tried telling you guys type situation.
Fair point.
Yeah. And that's really what the doctor said. He was like, I hear you. Like, I wasn't here earlier. And even the nurse was like, I wasn't here. I didn't get to witness it myself. And, the idea was to hopefully that antibiotics and steroids would do its thing before needing surgery, because obviously you don't want to have a little baby in surgery. But that was the best thing for him. As soon as he had that drainage surgery, they were able to get all that shit out of there and immediately just looks so much better. So surgery was like between 9 and 10 p.m. no, just kidding. Saturday night, yes. And then he got his breathing tube taken out Sunday morning, like around 11.
Then it was recovery time.
And then recovery Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then we got released Wednesday. And then I was back to work on Thursday.
My goodness.
So,
I mean, crazy couple of days.
6 days in the hospital, 5 nights.
He's getting better. Super sick.
Super sick.
Gotta fix it.
Yeah.
Emergency fix it.
Infectious disease doctors were notified. They sent it out for cultures, but it came back with MRSA plus this other, I know the name, but I don't know how to say it.
Which MRSA is just super staph.
Yeah, super staph. It's like antibiotic resistant to like normal stuff. And this other rare cold came back. Infectious disease doctors were notified. I thought that was pretty crazy. They came the next day, talked to us, and they were just kind of like, yeah, we're good. Just take this medication and then we want to follow up in a week. But I think just more so knowing which antibiotic to choose to go for that particular culture was important. But when they presented it to me that infectious disease doctors were notified, I was like, oh shit, like, what is this? And then we were like in an isolation room and all types of shit. It was just weird.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, it was crazy. Roller coaster.
Roller coaster for sure.
Got through it.
Yeah.
Baby Judd's good.
He's doing good. He's at home. We got released Wednesday afternoon. Still a little sore and like drinking liquid.
Not swollen.
Noticeably
not as swollen.
Not as swollen at all. He actually has lost some weight, which is like really sad. But he is a big baby, so it's okay. So like I'd give him a bath and I could just see that he was like skinnier. He's doing really well. And as each day goes on, he's drinking more liquid.
That's what I was going to get to.
Go for it.
So you come back to work, right? And you come in, you give a few select people the synopsis of what has been going on the last 6 days, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then what happens?
So I came in a little late on Thursday because Thursday we don't have a morning huddle. We have our weekly huddle in the afternoons. I knew that I could come in like around 8ish instead of 7ish. I don't want to repeat the story like a million times. I'll tell everybody in our meeting. I told like you and then I think Malachi a few notes. So I'm minding my business, catching up on stuff. I hear in the office some rando comes by. Now we have randos that come in all the time.
I see.
And most of the time, I just know to go hide in my office because they're probably looking for me or to talk to someone, and then they'll take a message type situation. But then I don't remember what happened.
You probably heard the word
I heard U.S. Marshal looking for so and so, and I was like, "Huh? Say what? Like, who are you looking for?" And they're like, "Yeah, we're looking for so and so. Apparently, he just started working for you guys. Here's his picture." And I'm like, "Oh gosh, yep, that's him. Apparently, this person has a record." Yeah, for sure, it was a mugshot. And so then I'm sitting here, and it's like 10 o'clock. I've only been in the office for like 2 hours, and I have this U.S. Marshal at my door asking me about so and so and where he's at. I'm literally like paused for a minute.
he was a serious one too in
And
the
he was
vest, right?
super serious. Yeah, like he
He
was
was the one in the vest.
maybe he was plain clothes at
Okay,
first. So
okay.
he was wearing like flannel. Yes. Looked just like a civilian. And he wanted me to call him to come back to the office. And I ain't doing that. First and foremost, my first thought is I ain't trying to be going and search and rescuing this truck. Because if he goes and like gets him at this job site, I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to get that truck back to headquarters, right? Not the end of the world, but I just don't need that headache. It's my first day back from the office for being off a week and not from vacation. I don't need this fucking shit. So I was like, look, I called the person and just kind of figured out what his day was going out. We have a company meeting in the afternoon. So, hey, what are you doing? What do you got going on for this company meeting? I knew that he was going to be back before the meeting. I was cooperating with the U.S. Marshal, but not bending over backwards because, again, if I don't cooperate, they're just going to be a pain in my ass, and I don't need that in my life. Here's my information. What you do with it is on you, but here. A few hours later, U.S. Marshals came back, multiple of them. Was there 4 of them? With like a taser on him and everything to him.
They hit a flashlight right in the face.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Broad daylight.
Yeah, so that's a first.
That was.
I've had multiple like constables come and looking to like serve paperwork or look for this person, but never had that situation happen. That was a first and hopefully the last.
So should we be expecting this person back?
You mean as far as back of employment? No,
Probably not.
probably not. I also kind of need to backtrack because so he was leaving his previous company that he was working for to come work for us. And I hit him up Tuesday because I had been recruiting this person for a while. Me and you had met with him. I had met with him another time. And so I was definitely taking my time and vetting this person, obviously not in the right way.
Not electronically via
Not
background check.
criminally. I was vetting him
Personally.
Yeah.
We were meeting with him and talking with.
Yeah, and just trying to get to know him. Would he be a good fit? And I also wanted other people within my company to also give their like seal of approval. We were supposed to meet again that following Tuesday to finalize a couple of things and have him sign off on my offer letter. Sent him a text and I didn't get any response. And then I tried calling him and it went straight to voicemail. Then the text messages weren't delivering anymore. I was like, that's weird. Okay, he probably ghosted me. No big deal. It is what it is.
Happens.
It was probably too good to be true. He's showing who he really is and let it be. That's Tuesday, Monday. He calls the office looking for me. That's weird because I sent him an email. I sent him text messages. Why is he calling the office? And the story that was told to me is that he was at a parish Catholic church retreat, right? He didn't have his phone. They made him put his phone in the basket. And when he got his phone back, it was broken. So then he got like a temporary phone. Again, like at this point, red flag. It's just like, I don't really know.
At this point, in hindsight, it looks a whole lot different.
Yes, it looks a whole lot. I was like, just okay, trust what you believe. Hopefully it will work out, right? And trust that that person is doing the best that they can with the resources that they
Well, he
have.
had experience in our CRM. He had
Yeah.
experience in the industry. He spoke like he knew what he was talking about.
Exactly. Everything looked super promising. That was just a sketch, and I just chalked it up to
Okay.
it was just a weird anomaly, and it is what it is. If it happens again, then I know.
Right.
It happened again, but just in a completely different way that I did not expect
Extreme.
whatsoever. And so, and really, with given that history, and then given this whole activity, you know, I, it's disappointing, but it also, I'd rather it happen now than like months later.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, 'cause we've had that experience.
Unfortunately.
Also, fortunately, we're in that season now to where like it's okay
Doesn't hurt.
to be a little bit short staffed, but I do need to obviously start pushing come the new year.
Yeah, for sure. Now is the time too, because you also have the downtime to train.
And that's why, because like I even had like a little bit of pushback from other team members, like, hey, maybe we should wait a little bit. Maybe he should start in January. But I don't know if that person is willing to wait that long.
Sometimes waiting is the difference between losing that person
Exactly,
and getting that person.
1000%. And that's why sometimes we're always accepting applications. I have it open, but I'm not actively looking. I have a ton of people who apply. I'm interviewing them, and let's just say I kind of like them, but I don't have space to hire them right now. I have to be very open and honest with them and be, hey, I don't have an opening right now. I'm really interviewing because you never know who you come across, but I'm really not looking to add someone into my team till February, March. So if you're willing to wait that long, cool. But there is going to be some people where they check all the boxes, but I need to hire them now and suffer for 2 to 3 months. So it's tricky because you never really know if you're making that right decision. So that's where I'm now. Where again, if some of these people who interview or they get to the interview, they're highly qualified and I talk to them, but I know I don't have space for them right now. I know in 2 to 3 months, I may have space for them at that point, but they might have already moved on. But also, you never really know.
No, you don't.
It's always good to see what your options are, but just know that it comes with a price one way or another. Yep. So on top of my personal life and dealing with kids and health, and then coming back to U.S. Marshals arresting one of my new hires, just regular life. It's never a dull moment. Damn, I'm just a landscaper, guys.
Just when we think it's about to get dull.
No, it doesn't.
It does not.
It does not.
Did you like that thing that I sent you about the self-awareness? I liked it.
It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them.
I just like the line where it said, "Time for you to decide. Your team to decide."
It really is your team because you can give yourself a title all day long. People are not going to respect a self-given title.
Yeah, the metaphor that I think he uses is looking in the mirror, but that's not the way.
Yes, it's not looking at the mirror.
It's looking across the table, a person that's experiencing you.
Because the mirror is your own self-reflection, but I don't give a shit what you think of yourself. That's biased.
That's not aware.
It's really what that other person's point of view. And you also can't really take offense to that because that's their perspective of it. And it's not a matter of if their perspective is right or wrong. It's their point of view.
I think that book that Adam recommended to me, it super hits home. I would say a few situations where you have to take responsibility for situations that the person did not actively fail. You can trace it back to I did not explain the mission correctly.
Something happened internally where this person didn't hit a deadline, but this person wasn't able to hit the deadline because they were waiting on questions from another person. So in order for that person to hit their deadline, they needed answers from the other people to answer those questions. So I remember Adam telling that other person, hey, it's not really that person's fault. They were doing the best that they could with the resources they had. You did set them for success by giving XYZ
all the information. They only had 70%.
Right. So they weren't able to get to 100 because they were missing this information. Hate to say it, dude, but that's really your fault. That's not that person's fault. They tried to tell you beforehand, but you didn't get to it. And now you're turning around and blaming that person, but really that person.
Yeah.
We're speaking in a lot of fallacies, but you know what I'm saying? That's where the extreme ownership comes into play. You can't just expect someone to fill in the gaps and answer the questions in order to finish the task at hand.
You can, and if you're lucky, it'll work out.
If you're lucky, but that's a big fat if. It's a big fat if. I don't know about you, but I ain't trying to be wasting time. You might as well give all of that information
Yes,
front.
but the transference of permits from you to me is the one that I always fall back to in this, because you hit me with, and I'm thankful for it, a lot of like, you're gonna have to figure it out. But I think that that was the perfect storm of, okay, okay, I have to get it done, and like not getting it done was not an option. Like, you didn't have the answers because it was a city that we hadn't done it.
If it was me, I would start here, but from there, you need to figure it out.
This is where I would first ask, but even that was re-applicable to every other jurisdiction.
9 out of 10 times, it's reapplicable.
I just felt like, but fast forward in that same situation where I'm telling a person, hey, we need to get these permits refunded and voided, and we need to reach out to, I didn't realize, okay, I
You
was
needed
not
to really
enough.
break it
I
down.
was not specific enough
Mhm.
for where this information is being to be directed. It's just kind of crazy.
I know, because I've been there too, where like, I'm like, yeah, this person, if I tell them, hey, we need this refund on these permits, I'm just gonna use you as an example because
I mean, I
I've
use
done
you
this
all
with
the
you.
time.
Yeah. Where I'm like, hey, you need to get refunds on these permits. And you've never done it. Me personally, it's a no-brainer. You got the permit this way, so if I need a refund, I'll just start on the original way that I attempted.
Go backwards.
Yeah, go backwards and just redo it, but instead of paying, ask for a refund. I'm sure he could figure that out. I can't think of one, but I'm sure there was a time where I had that same mindset, and I was like, yeah, he could figure it out. But then you were like, no, what do I do? Huh? You mean I gotta like break it down for you? Like, what do you? Okay. So, and I think that's where people get stumped because you think that that person has the capacity or the capability, because there's a difference between capacity and capability.
I'm going to use myself as that, there are a few places that utilize a singular portal.
Yes.
If I need a refund from a city that uses a singular portal that's shared by many jurisdictions, if you will, I need to reach out to that jurisdiction to get my refund, not to the portal.
The portal is just a method. They're just the placeholder.
I just sent your
Yeah.
information to these
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
and they have
They're
that
the
information.
middleman.
Yeah, and they're using the
Mhm.
same portal, but I have no power.
Mhm.
So I think that that's where like that mistake may have happened. It wasn't me. I didn't do that.
No, I'm with you too, because it's I figured it out. How did I figure it out?
Well, I mean, but at the same time, even doing that leads you to, oh shit, I wasn't supposed to reach out to you. Duh, I need
Right.
to void this permit.
If you need
whatever.
to look up
That is how I learned it.
yes. If you got to look up permit requirements, where are you gonna go look at?
The city website,
Right, but where in the city's website?
the permits section.
Under building and development, under code enforcement. You know that every jurisdiction is going to be different, but in order to find that information, you're going to look under the building and development codes.
Under that city's website.
It might be in plain sight. It might require some digging. It's bullshit.
Most of the time, it does require some digging.
Most of the time, it requires a little bit of
They
digging.
don't make it very clear.
And-
Which is, I mean, to be fair to anybody confused with that, they don't always make it,
Mhm. Then there's a difference between the city's jurisdictions versus the water company, because there might be a mud district or a water district,
not to mention ETJ.
or in the ETJ, or even maybe that neighborhood has different requirements, or the developer has different requirements, and then the neighborhood has different requirements, and you have to check fucking all of them.
And somehow make sense of all of them and combine it into one idea.
Then it's bizarre because we run into some construction jobs where they get confused often. Well, we already did this permit. Well, you didn't do a permit with the city. Why do I need to do a permit with the city? Well, should have done your homework. It's not that common though.
Like production home builders, I think that you run into like that complication a little bit more often just because I believe that they're very spoiled by their trades. They just don't think that they need to do much figuring out.
I have annual planning that starts on Sunday.
Are you excited about that?
Excited and nervous. And why am I nervous? I don't know. I'm nervous.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Annual planning.
Yep.
It's not annual planning for North by Northwest. It is.
Yes.
But it's happening
in a group setting with other branches.
Now, we don't have other branches, so you're talking about other landscape companies in the same cult.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah.
that are getting together and they're doing annual
Yeah,
planning.
there's 6 to 7 other companies.
And luckily it's here, fortunately for all of us.
I know, right?
Fortunately for you and for all the rest of
Yes,
us.
I couldn't imagine having to leave right now out of
Again.
town. Yeah.
Well, not again, but I mean, I feel like you were just
I was gone, but I was
Obviously,
here having to, like,
at the
leave the
very
state
least,
again.
you'll still be local.
Yes. I decided not to stay in the hotel, so I'll come home every night. They did offer it for
Wow,
me.
you're
They're
gonna
like,
drive 30 minutes home?
yes.
Offered you a hotel?
They did.
I
Yeah,
would've
they're
taken
like, you
that.
can stay if you want.
I
It's
would
like,
have taken that.
I really wanted to, but I was like, yeah, so.
I was gonna say.
So the other companies that are going to be there, I'm the only Texas company. There's going to be a Washington, a Utah, Colorado, Carolina, and there's another one in Carolina. There's 2 in Carolina.
We want to meet them.
That's just a separate division. Yeah, six to seven other companies, just branch managers, and plus our cooking team. So there's like 30 to 40 people.
Damn, for 7 or 8 branches?
Yeah, because it has the growth bridge team plus the branch managers.
That's a lot of people.
I know, I was kind of surprised at that. So I start Sunday, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday's a free day, but I'll be here. Yeah.
On the
And
Lord's
then
Day?
Wednesday, shut up. 3 days, full days of annual planning.
I'm sure they'll have some like breakout
Yeah.
stuff, and
So it'll be interesting to see.
you have your monologue prepared. They're gonna make you stand up and talk.
No.
For sure.
Why would they make me?
They're gonna make everybody, I believe.
Probably.
You do good. You're a good freestyler.
I don't believe so, but I know I'm like
Witnessed it.
I know, but I don't have that same.
This is gonna be in front of like a few people, and I've witnessed it like where you had to freestyle like on camera.
Those make me so nervous. Even when I go to like these events at night and we're drinking and stuff. When I went to Equip Expo, it's like in Kentucky and it's cold. It's in the 40s. And we would go out at night, and that's not that I dressed skimpy, but I had a dress on, right? And it was like a mesh long sleeve, so not really a long sleeve. It's just there for color.
Cover up.
You're gonna be cold. I'm like, I'm a lot. I am not cold. I am so happy. I'm actually sweating still. I'd be like, that's crazy. And I'm like, so the whole time, like, I didn't wear, like, I would wear a jacket occasionally, but then I'd get hot and I'd take it off. So it was constantly on, off, on, off.
No, I'm excited for you. I'm excited for this annual planning for you. I think it's gonna be cool. I'm excited to hear about what you bring back from it.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Tuesday is when it ends?
No, Wednesday.
Wednesday it ends.
Yeah. I have meetings all day Tuesday. Wednesday, I go back for finishing planning, and then Thursday, I'll be back into the office.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thursday back into the office.
Yep. So I'll be in the office Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
Mm.
And then I'll be gone the week of Thanksgiving. So let's go to Wisconsin.
That'd be cool. Parents are in New York right now. They said it was pretty cold.
Yeah.
But again,
I don't really have like a huge desire to go to New York, personally.
I do want to go to the city.
It would be fun to go for like 2 days.
I've been to the city when I was like, this is terrible. It was like, I think it was like 2002 or 2003. But it was like very, very, very close after like 9/11, 2001. And so like, and like we went to Ground Zero and all sorts of stuff. But I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's not the same.
It's not the same. It's like
It's not the same.
It's like the same thing as me saying like I used to live 35 minutes from New Orleans, and I went to New Orleans multiple times as a 12-year-old.
Adolescence. I still haven't gone as an adult.
I want to go.
I keep trying to go, and like we were gonna go something. It was right after we got married. I don't think we ever rescheduled it. No, I really want to go.
That's good.
I just want to go for the food.
I mean, sure. Me too.
My stomach hurts just thinking about it.
Big A's.
Crawfish.
Bourbon Street.
I
mean, Bourbon Street though is like New Orleans 6th Street. You know what I mean? Everybody hears about it. Everybody
But you
wants to
still
go
need
to
to
it.
witness it, though.
Exactly.
Like, I ain't trying to like church it up, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But I need to witness it for myself.
I want to go
I
smell
believe
that
what
pee
you're
on
saying.
the street
Yeah, I believe what you're saying
for myself.
But yeah, like let me be the judge.
Yeah, let me be like, don't go to Bourbon
Yeah,
Street.
exactly.
Because
But
I've been there.
yeah. But I don't know if I told you
Let's bring
this.
the Wisconsinites and let's go.
I know, right? Seriously, we should.
I'm also married to a Wisconsinite.
Yeah, damn Wisconsin. But Lawn and Landscape has a conference in Nashville in May of next year. It's called the Builders Summit. I'm trying to be a panelist in there. I submitted my application to be a panelist.
You did.
Because it wouldn't be separate. It wouldn't be like just me talking. It would be with like me with like 4 or 5 other people.
Right.
So it would be easier on my self-consciousness.
Oh my
Is
god.
that a word?
Yes.
Okay, I haven't heard back yet, but that'd be cool. So I'm thinking whether or not I can be a panelist, I kind of want to go, but it's also really close to my daughter's birthday. And the conference is technically,
We could strategically like plan that and be like, well, we didn't go on a ride around then because it was
yeah,
gonna be so crowded and
yeah,
we didn't enjoy
exactly.
the beach.
Yes, that's what we did last year, and it was great.
I'm honestly terrible.
I know.
I missed my nephew's like first technically like his first birthday dinner and I was like,
But you didn't miss his
is
party.
he gonna remember?
No,
Is he gonna have any idea?
no, it's for the parents.
He smiled just as big when he saw me a few days later.
He's super cute.
He's a big boy.
I'm sure he's bigger than Jed.
He's a big boy.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Until the
Thanks
next time.
for listening to us ramble.
This was a good one.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. All right. See ya.